Hello, 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 good people. Hello, good people. I am Dr. Hollie Kelly, and this is Dr. Kelly's perspective for Tuesday, August 6th. I was looking at the calendar last week, or yesterday actually, and if you have a wall or desk calendar that you plot out things that you've got to do and places you've got to be, and I gotta prepare for this appointment, or I gotta prep. When you look at it like that, August is gone. August is gone. So we're not gonna waste a lot of time. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening for all who are joining me. I am going to pick up where I left off yesterday with this courage deal we got going. Courage for those who are in leadership um, arenas, and you have the responsibility to act, to respond, to make decisions, to make choices from a place of courage. Okay, and I recognize that that is easier said than done. So I just want to take a couple of minutes and give you a couple of, I said courage starts small. Hi, Isaac. Good afternoon over there. It starts small. And the reason I say that is confrontation is not a natural gift that a lot of people have. I'll call it a gift. It's not a natural skill. It's not innately within someone to confront difficult issues. A lot of people. Some people are too good at it. So I recognize that because I call it a skill, because I call it a skill, it's something that we can learn. It's something that we can grow and perfect and get better at over time if we practice it. So one of the things when I'm working with clients or working with a team, one of the things that we need to do is to put before us the repercussions if we do not act. Having that working your way through and talking it out loud, when you really recognize some of the repercussions that could happen if you don't act, if you don't address, if you don't say it, will make it more realistic, will make it more of an urgent need that you develop the skills, that you get over yourself. And yeah, I'm gonna say it like that. Because a lot of times when we don't say something is because, oh my goodness, I don't want to hurt. Okay, we even start out wrong. I don't want. Oh my goodness, I just didn't feel like it was. I didn't know how to do. It's about I. That's what I'm saying. It's about getting over yourself. It's not about you. When you step into a position of leadership, when you step into the platform that God has given you, and it comes with influence, it comes with the responsibility of leadership, you no longer have the option to remain selfish with, I felt so bad to say it. I just didn't want to say it. And oh my goodness, I didn't want to embarrass them. That's about I. That's a selfish place to start from. As the selfish place to lead from is from I. So create a repercussions list. What would happen if you don't say anything? What will happen to the team? What will happen to the person? Do they even recognize the impact that they're having on others? Sometimes you'd be surprised, but sometimes they really don't even recognize the impact that their bull in a china shop is having. They got a trail of broken and dead bodies, broken relationships following behind them, and they don't recognize that. Come up with a repercussions list. If I don't do anything, if I don't say anything, if I do not address this issue, this pile, going back to yesterday's analogy, there's this pile of stuff sitting up here. If I do not address it, what are the repercussions to the team, to the family, to the unit, to the classroom, fill in the blank. So come up with a repercussions list. And then I'm big into talk to and not about. So often people are going around doing their own thing, oblivious to the impact they're having on others, and everybody else is sitting around talking about it. Ooh, and can you believe what she said? Oh my goodness, she didn't even see how she hurt that person. Do you believe he did that? Oh, he ticks me off every time he does that. Okay, you're not talking to the person. You're talking about the person. You're talking about the situation. You're not even actively addressing it. All these little peripheral people that we talk to, they're not the ones who can change the behavior. We've got to put ourselves in a position and grow our courage muscles enough that we begin talking to an individual, talking and addressing the issue, not talking about it. And when I say start small, I remember it came to my mind. There is no way in this world, it is not going to happen that there is a big event or incident that happens. Someone is stealing money, someone is misappropriating money, and you know who it is. You don't have to guess. You all, it points right to this person. I promise you, you are not going to have the courage. You're not going to have the courage to address that when you would not even go to Sister Nosy and say, I'm sorry, why are you coming to me talking about her? Have you already addressed it with her? Have you gone directly with her? If you're not willing to do that small item, you will not have the courage to address your best friend who you know is cheating on their spouse. You're not going to have that courage. You're not going to have the courage to go to someone senior to you and address their the perception that everyone else has about them. You know it's not true, but they don't recognize the perception that other people have of them. You won't have the courage to go address that. I remember I was in maybe 5th grade, so not even middle school. I was elementary school at the time, and a friend had her underwear had a hole in them. I'll just tell it like it is. She had underwear that had a hole in them. She happened to have on white pants. I remember this is clear as day. She had on white pants and she had beautiful, beautiful chocolate skin. And because her pants were white and her underwear had a hole in them, you could see that her panties were torn. And I remember as a 10-year-old, 5th grade, I remember people laughing at her. I even remember her name, and I don't have the best memory. I'm looking at her in my mind's eye, and people were laughing and people were talking because they could see her panties were ripped. At 10 years old, and this is not a braggamony. I'm just telling you, you got to learn to start small. So from a place of care and concern, I went and told her. I don't remember exactly how I said it, but she was appreciative. She appreciated knowing that and hearing that from someone who really cared about her. And yes, I told her people are laughing. So let's go try to fix that up. Take your shirt out, pull it out, let's fix up something. And all I want to tell you is that when I said yesterday, I'm going to repeat it. Stop allowing the small opportunities to build your courage muscles to pass you by. Stop allowing, I'm talking to you, you got spinach in your teeth. You can't even concentrate on what I'm saying because the spinach is right here and it's stuck right here. You're not even listening to me. But instead of telling me, I didn't want to make her feel bad, I was going to be so embarrassed. Get off of you. It's not about you, especially when you step into leadership. You no longer have the right or the luxury to, I just felt bad. I will repeat what I often say. You have to care about them, that person. that institution, that company. You have to care more about them than you feel uncomfortable. Get over your discomfort. Because again, go back to your repercussions list. If I don't say anything, if I don't address it, if I continue to bypass it, yes, not only is my respect, my personal stock value decreasing in the eyes of everyone who sees me ignore it, there's a repercussion that is building, that is growing, that is expanding. Okay, you set the standard. You've created a culture. These are repercussions. You create a culture that makes it acceptable to talk about each other behind their back, not address the person, talk about the person, not to the person. These are repercussions that happen when we do not step into our place that has been given us. God has given you the platform to lead, so you might want to lead. Get over yourself and your discomfort level. Care more about them than you care about being uncomfortable. Okay, but it starts small. It starts with the little. I promise you, there are daily opportunities for you to address something that makes you feel uncomfortable, so that when it really matters and you getting ready, you need to tell someone you're fired, you'll know how to do it. And you won't send someone else in to handle it. It needs to come from your lips. Okay. All right, it starts with the small things. I promise you, you've got opportunities today to grow your courage muscle. Get in there and start lifting some weight. Okay, make it a terrific Tuesday. And until next time, take real good care of yourselves.